Hi guys, it's Mrs. Chalk here. I'm going to do your Ed Puzzle recording today. I do have dogs in my house, so if there's barking that happens, oh well, there's barking that happens. Um, Also, I'm going to go very quickly. If this is too quick for you, then you need to just pause the video. I highly recommend you take notes. It's always good to have notes. Okay, we're going to talk today about sampling in quality surveys. There's a couple of things that I want you to know about this, and I'm going to just scribble on here. When you do a survey, you want it to be random. What does random mean? Well, random means that each outcome is equally likely to occur. That's not a very good word, random, is it? There we go. Each outcome is likely to occur. That means that you're asking several different types of people, not just from one group of people. When you ask from one group of people, there could be what's called a bias. And a bias is a sample drawn in such a way that one or more parts of the population are favored over others. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Now, population, that's the entire group that needs to be represented in the sampling. Okay. So those are your three words you really need to know for this. So let's look at the first one. We're not going to look at all of these on this page. This is actually going to be an activity that you can choose, but I'm going to go over at least three of them with you. Okay. Garrett wants to know the percentage of students at his school that would be interested in organizing an outdoor club. Where could Garrett find a sample of students to interview that would most represent the entire student body? Now, if he only went to the science class, then he's only going to be representing people who like science or who are in a science class. If he only went to a basketball game, he's only going to see people who play basketball. And if he went to the local shopping mall, he might find people who don't even go to his school. So the school cafeteria, because everyone eats in the cafeteria, would be a good choice for that. Let's go to the next one. A college campus has a surplus of funds. That means they have more funds than they know what to do with. And they can use it to either get desks for a dorm room or new gym equipment for the student recreation center. Greta, the student body president, wants to conduct a survey to find which option of the students prefer. Which method can Greta use for her survey to find the opinions of an entire student population? Now, here's another clue. When you see select all that apply, there's probably going to be more than one answer. Okay, Greta can survey students that live in the dorms. Well, students that live in the dorms are probably going to want new desks for the dorms. I'm not so sure that's an unbiased representation. Greta can survey students eating lunch on campus. Well, kind of like the first one, pretty much everyone eats lunch. Now, you could argue that usually the people eating lunch on campus um, are the people who live in the dorms, but this is saying eats lunch on campus, not just eating lunch in the cafeteria. So that might be a good option. Greta could survey random students walking to class. Well, if they're part of the student body, they're definitely walking to class. Greta could survey students as they exit the student recreation center. Again, you have a bias here. If they're going to the recreation center, they're going to want to probably get equipment for the recreation center. That's not a good one. And Greta could survey students who do not use the recreation center. Well, again, you have a bias of students there. Those students are going to, they don't use the rec center. They don't care about the rec center. There's a bias. So, no on that one. So, I think we'd be safe with B and C. Let's go on down towards the end because, again, this is an option that you could pick. How about this one? The student council is going to have a fundraiser that lets students send notes to their favorite teacher. That would be me. along with a small gift. As treasurer, Macy is in charge of choosing the gifts and ordering the appropriate quantity needed ahead of time. Macy puts a survey in one out of every 20 students' lockers asking for their gift preference and whether they would participate or not. Why is this a good method of sampling? The method is the easiest. The method is the least random. Again, what does random mean? Each outcome is equally likely to occur. The method selects the least number of students. The method selects a sample that represents the whole population. Now we're saying, why is this a good sampling? Because it's a method that selects a sample that represents the whole population. Okay, it's definitely not the easiest because every 20 lockers you have to put a survey in there. So that probably wouldn't be the easiest. Okay, and let's do one more. The junior high principal wants to find out the best night for a parent teacher association meetings throughout the year. Which group should she survey so the results best represents the parents and the teachers? Okay. Students at the football game? Well, no, we're not trying to represent students. Adults at meet the teacher night? Maybe. Students in the band? Well, no, we're not trying to find out students. Parents of eighth grade drama club members. That's going to be biased to parents that already are part of the drama club. So the best is adults that are at the meet the teacher night. Okay, I hope that this helps explain a little bit about sampling and putting together good surveys. Thank you.